Welcome back to another episode of Insights with Vinny Mac. My name is Vince, aka Vinny Mac. Thank you very much for joining me for another episode, another insight. Sometimes we go through disappointments and we really question our journey, and sometimes we can even question God in regards to, why does these things always happen to me and why does things never work out for me? This week that passed, the week that passed, I got invited to an opportunity where I could step into a role that could really change my life and impact my life in a massive way. And while we were engaging in the conversation with the people presenting the opportunity, I could really see myself fitting into that mold and stepping into that role. And they could also see it as well. And on paper, there was a few challenges, but when I stepped into that conversation with them, they could see that I was an ideal fit for what they were actually looking to achieve in terms of that role. And the context was created that, this is the sure fit for you. We're not going to be looking any further. You are exactly what we're looking for in terms of this role. The other conversation we need to have is going to be formalities then, as such. And they were going to get back to me within 2 to 3 days. After 2 to 3 days, they never got back to me. The fourth day, they basically just sent me a message to say, sorry, we've gone a different direction. And that really knocked me backwards because I felt so disappointed in my heart. I said, you know what, Lord, I really put myself out there. I really believe that this was a sure fit for me, and they even created the context that this was for me. But I understand and accept that your plans are bigger than my disappointments, so I'm not going to let this hold me back. And funny enough, my pastor actually preached a word on praising through the challenges, and this was in that week where I went through that disappointment, where I decided this disappointment was not going to impact me. And the Sunday, he goes and he preaches that word about praising through the trials, praising through the disappointments. And I just said, God, this is really you just answering me and reminding me that your grace is bigger than my challenges. Okay, so how does that tie in with life coaching and this journey that we're on in this particular channel? Well, I want to bring it to you in context, but before we do, if you are new to my channel and if you haven't yet, please by all means do subscribe to the channel. If you find value from what I'm sharing, then please drop me a like in the comments, or drop me a like as well as a comment. I would love to hear from you. I would love to engage with you. If you do find value from this, please do also share it forward, pay it forward and share it with other people as well. I'm trying to grow my channel and I'm trying to impact as many people as possible, and I do appreciate your assistance with regards to that, so thank you. Now in my title, as you can see, I'm asking you the question, what action are you taking to achieve your dreams? And that is very, very important, that we need to focus on taking the right action steps and getting to the right place. Like I went through the disappointment, as I just shared to you now, that I was expecting something to happen for me in terms of my journey. I was expecting that breakthrough to come into my life, and it would really have been a major turning point for me in terms of my particular journey right now. But it didn't happen. It didn't come through for me that way. So what do? Do we sit and mope and cry about what we could have had, or why things didn't work out for us? No. We resolve within ourselves that this didn't work out for me. I acknowledge that I'm disappointed. I acknowledge that I'm hurt. But now I need to start moving forward. And that's exactly what I did. In the Word of God, in the book of Habakkuk, Habakkuk 2 verse 3, God speaks about writing the vision down plainly. And let me just read it from Habakkuk, sorry, then I can explain it better to you that way. He says in Habakkuk 2 verse 2 to 3, write my answer plainly on tablets, so that the runner can carry the correct message to others. The vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for surely it will take place. It will not be delayed. Okay, so what I had to do was I had to go through, I didn't have to, but I went through the disappointment and I had to reset myself. That is what I had to do, right? I had to understand that yes, disappointment is a part of life. There's going to be knockbacks and setbacks. There's going to be things that you put your heart on that you really want to manifest and become a reality in your life. But sometimes it doesn't pan out like that. Okay. So what I did is I wrote my vision down very clearly. I said, this is who I see myself. And this was even before this opportunity came up. I wrote down very clearly where I see my life, where do I see myself going, how I'm going to impact not just my life but the lives of others around me as well, because our journey is all about adding value to people. And I was very specific and very detailed in terms of what I want, and I even have it on my vision board as well, seeing myself as being that person, fulfilling that role. And the amazing thing is, after this disappointment, and because I didn't invest too much energy in the disappointment, I acknowledged the disappointment, but I didn't invest my time crying about it and moaning about it. The Saturday I went to training at my church where we were being trained to become life group leaders. And then the Sunday, one of the guys that did the training came to speak to me, and while he was speaking, he was asking for feedback with regards to the training. And then my other pastor joined us, and as we were talking, they looked at each other and they looked at me and they said, "Listen, would you perhaps like to join us with regards to having conversations at this particular business where we're having conversations?" And I was blown away because I tied very much in with the vision that I had written down for myself, that I am an impact speaker at businesses, that I'm a highly paid motivational speaker, that I'm touching hearts and I'm changing lives through the quality of content that I provide into people's lives. Guess what? Yeah, I'm getting an opportunity on a silver plate after a major disappointment to go and step into the very role that I had prescribed for myself. And it all ties back to this verse in Habakkuk 2 verse 2 to 3. Okay, so what action do you take to achieve your dreams? Well, it's very simple. Habakkuk tells you there very clearly. And the other thing that you need to do is you need to take Habakkuk in context. Habakkuk was fighting with the Lord. He was arguing with the Lord. He was giving the Lord a piece of his mind. And God was, very graciously answering him because he did it the first time and God gave him an answer, a response. And then this is the second argument that is raising with the Lord. And God again graciously gives him an answer and he says, write the vision down plainly on tablets. So you need to be clear on what it is that you want to achieve. Before you can write anything down, there needs to be clarity because it says, write my answer plainly. If you cannot put your vision down plainly in layman's terms, in simple English, then you're going to be confused. Your vision is going to be very, very vague. So become absolutely crystal clear on what it is that you want to achieve. I said specifically, I am an impact speaker, a highly paid impact speaker. I put down the amount that I charge. I'm touching people's lives, I'm impacting lives through these type of conversations. And then I spoke specifically what type of conversations I'm having with people. On Monday I got the opportunity to have that conversations with people. I got that opportunity to touch people, to change people's lives. And after that I even got an incentive. I got paid. I didn't ask for payment, I didn't expect payment, but I got paid. Why? Because my vision was written down very clearly. I had a clear understanding of what it is that I want to achieve. I had a clear understanding of what it is that I want to deliver and how I want to impact people's lives. So when you write your vision down clearly, when you write your vision down plainly, then trust me, doors will start opening. How do I know that? Habakkuk says, so that the runner can carry the correct message to others. You see, you can write your vision down, you're going to become clear on your vision, and God will systematically put people in place to get you to the achievement of that vision. But it starts with you being very clear on the vision. Now, as human beings, we can be very, very impatient as well, and God understands that. And so that is why He comes through and He shows us that He is the ultimate life coach. Because what does He say further to Habakkuk? He says, the vision is for a future time. He's telling you that you need to be patient. I have got this. I've got this figured out. I will put everything in place for you. You need to declare that the victory is yours. You need to believe that the victory is yours. And you need to think thoughts and see yourself in having that vision, in having that victory, in having that breakthrough. I know that seems very spiritual to some people and they can't understand how I can do that. But when you write your vision down clearly and when you have that clarity of mind as to what it is that you want to achieve, trust me, it becomes so much easier for you to speak into that particular vision. No matter what type of setbacks you're facing, if you are facing a financial burden, one of my friends is faced with an impossible task of having to raise 2 children and having to fight through trials and through challenges that she's facing on a day-to-day basis, and I'm trying to encourage her as well. Once you write the vision down clearly, it doesn't matter whether you are over-indebted, over-committed, whether you don't even have food on the table. Once you have written your vision down, it is like a declaration of faith that you're making within yourself. And you will feel that shift happening within yourself. That despite your circumstances, despite what is coming against you, as soon as the vision is written down clearly and in plain English, there will be a belief and there will be a shift in your life. And you will start moving and gravitating towards the life that you actually dream of having. Just like I am now gravitating to the life that I dream of having, you will gravitate towards the life that you dream of having. So become clear on what it is that you want to achieve, write it down, and remember that it is for an appointed time. In the beginning, you're going to have to fight for your dream because everyone is going to tell you how stupid it is, how silly it is, because it won't make sense to them. But the dream and the vision was given to you. So you need to write it down and you need to believe it and you need to speak it on a day-to-day basis and watch the runners coming into your life and running with your vision on your behalf, because the word says at the end, it will be fulfilled. It might seem slow in coming, but it will surely take place. It will not be delayed. So Write it down, be clear on what it is that you want, and then speak life into that situation. Yes, I hope that you got value from this particular conversation. I hope that you're seeing that shift in terms of your thinking, or you're experiencing that shift in terms of your thinking, because I can testify to you that God is the God of the impossible. But also from a coaching perspective, I can testify to you that when you have clarity on what it is that you want to achieve, there is very little that can pull you off the path that you want to actually walk with your life. So become clear, write your vision down, look at it daily, carry it with you everywhere, look at it 2 to 3 times a day, imprint it upon your mind, imprint it upon your heart, and then watch your life subtly change. Yes, you will experience challenges on a day-to-day basis. Paul and Silas was locked up in a jail, a rotten, stinking jail, that smell of feces and urine, that ammonia smell in their noses, but still, they glorified and they celebrated the Lord, and God got so excited, I believe, that he stepped out of heaven down into that prison, and he was actually dancing and gyrating there in that prison. That is why there was this massive earthquake. That is why the shackles fell off from the hands and the stocks broke from the feet, because God was in the storm with them. And that is what happens when you write your vision down. God starts fighting for you, because now you are moving your faith from what you are capable of to what he is capable of doing. Like I said, I hope you got value from this. I hope that this impacts you. If you like what I've been saying here on this particular video, and if you haven't yet, please by all means do subscribe. I really want to take you to another level in terms of your thinking, in terms of your journey. Like the content, drop me your feedback. I do love hearing your comments. I love engaging with you. And again, if you've gotten value from this, please pay it forward, share it with the next person. Let us impact the world from a different perspective. Let us show YouTube that God's word, God's coaching really does change lives. Okay. For now, this is Vinnie Mac saying, change your thinking, change your world.